The Minnesota Timberwolves just pulled off what might be one of the biggest robberies of the entire NBA offseason, because somehow, someway, the Timberwolves landed LaMelo Ball, a 25-year-old star-caliber point guard, and all they had to do was give away Naz Reid, one future first-round pick, and a handful of second-round picks. Now let's break down why Minnesota absolutely won this deal. When the news broke that the Charlotte Hornets were trading LaMelo Ball and Josh Green to Minnesota, NBA fans immediately had the same reaction. That's all it took, because LaMelo Ball isn't just some declining veteran, and he's not on an expiring contract. This is a 24-year-old, former Rookie of the Year, former All-Star, one of the most creative playmakers in basketball, and a player coming off arguably one of the healthiest seasons he's had in years. Last season, Ball averaged 20 points, 7 assists, nearly 5 rebounds, and shot almost 37% from 3. And more importantly, he played 72 games. The biggest concern throughout his entire career has always been his health, and last year he finally proved he could stay on the floor. So why does Minnesota get him for such a steal? For years, the Timberwolves have been searching for the perfect co-star next to Anthony Edwards. They looked at Kevin Durant, they monitored Giannis situations. Every offseason, they've been trying to find that second superstar. But the answer might have been right in front of them the entire time: a dynamic point guard. Minnesota's biggest weakness wasn't scoring. It wasn't defense, it was offensive creation. When the game slowed down, too much of the offense became, "Anthony Edwards, please save us." Now, LaMelo Ball saves that instantly. He's one of the best transition passers in basketball. He's elite at creating open looks. He's a legitimate 3-level scorer. And for the first time in Anthony Edwards' career, he'll be sharing the backcourt with a true playmaker who can take some of the pressure off of him. Think about that for a second. Defenses already struggled to contain Anthony Edwards. Now they're supposed to deal with LaMelo Ball orchestrating the offense too. Good luck to them. Now, don't get me wrong, Naz Reid is a good player, one of the best bench bigs in the league, former 6th man of the year, but Naz Reid is not LaMelo Ball. Not even close. And that's what makes this trade so shocking. Minnesota gave up one unprotected first pick in 2033, a few second-round picks, and a few pick swaps. That's it. We've seen teams give up 4 or 5 first-round picks for superstars before. The Timberwolves just landed a franchise point guard without destroying their future. That's almost unheard of, especially considering multiple teams wanted Ball. Toronto wanted him, Portland wanted him, yet Minnesota still got the deal done. Now, let's try to understand what Charlotte was thinking. The Hornets clearly believe that Brandon Miller is ready to become the face of the franchise. They love Concanuple, they've got young talent coming in, and maybe they felt that LaMelo's injury history would limit their ceiling. That's understandable, but here's the problem. You don't trade a 24-year-old star unless the return is overwhelming, and this return just doesn't feel overwhelming. Naz Reid is a great player, but he's not a cornerstone. What really makes this trade terrifying for the rest of the NBA is Anthony Edwards, because Anthony Edwards hasn't even hit his prime yet. Now pair him with LaMelo Ball. Both players are under contract long term, both players fit each other's timelines perfectly, and both players love playing fast. The Wolves suddenly have one of the most exciting young duos in basketball, maybe the most entertaining duo in the entire league. Imagine the highlights. Now, could this make Minnesota a contender? That's the big question. I think it's absolutely raises their ceiling. The Timberwolves already had elite defense. They already had Anthony Edwards. What they lacked was another creator who could consistently generate offense. LaMelo fills that role perfectly. But at the end of the day, only time will tell who truly wins this trade. Maybe Charlotte's young core develops into something special. Maybe those future picks become valuable. But if we're judging this trade today, it's hard not to look at Minnesota as the clear winner. But what do you think? Did Minnesota fleece the Hornets? Or is Charlotte playing the long game and we'll look back on this trade 5 years from now and think differently? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys like NBA trade videos like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.